It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
And welcome back to the Busy Fan. Today we have an NBA recap for you. We'll let you know what happened yesterday with the Lakers and Heat, and then a little bit of MLB action. Should be a short one, but just trying to catch you up and let you know what's going on. So let's start with the most important thing. We'll start with the Lakers and Heat. So the Lakers won that game 102-96. It was actually like really close, until like the last 30 seconds or whatever when the Lakers hit a couple threes and were able to extend the game out a little bit. But it was pretty much back and forth like all throughout the game, and especially in the fourth quarter, it was like a 2-point game, 2 to 4 point game that would like switch back and forth. So an exciting game. Some of the bigger headlines is Bam for the Heat. He was back in this game. That is a huge advantage for the Miami Heat. I thought they'd be able to do a lot with it. Now, of course, coming back from an injury is hard, right? Like he only scored 15 points, which is good. But I thought like he'd be a really big advantage in this game. And I actually think he would have been a really big advantage, even though he just came back from an injury. But Frank Vogel, who I don't give very much credit, the Lakers coach, I feel like he made a really good move. So Dwight Howard started the game. He only ended up playing 8 minutes, and he's been like, before it was JaVale McGee at center, and then it was Dwight Howard, and Dwight's played really good the last couple of games, but I thought having a Bam and Dwight matchup was really big for the Heat. And so Frank took Dwight out, and he had Markieff Morris play on Dwight Howard for most of the game. So Morris is much smaller, but it's just like, he was very like physical, right? And so he kind of beat up on Bam throughout the game. So I thought that was a big move by the Lakers. Kind of like neutralized what I thought would be a big advantage for the Heat. So that was definitely a good move on their part. I don't know. The Heat, like, their bench just isn't giving them much anymore. That's kind of like what made me think they had a good chance coming into this, was their bench. But now they don't have a bench, right? Dragic is still out. Bam had been out, and so everyone that was providing points off the bench is now in the starting lineup. So when people need to get rest and the rotation comes in, there's just no scoring anymore. So I think that'll be the death blow to the Heat, is not being able to score unless they can get Dragic back and you can get points from Tyler Hero off the bench again. I think that's the only way that they really have a chance of competing. They're down 3-1. We've already seen that in these playoffs from the Nuggets twice, so definitely possible. But the Lakers team is really good. Their one weakness, I felt, has been Frank Vogel, and he's played really well, or he's coached really well so far in these playoffs. So Lakers up 3-1. I think the Heat will probably be able to get like a game or one more game or something, but the Lakers look pretty dominant right now. So that's what we're seeing in the NBA. In the MLB, just to catch you up, the Astros beat the A's yesterday. They kind of led the whole time. Nothing like too exciting there, but they're now up 2-0 in the series. The Rays beat the Yankees yesterday, and same thing. They kind of just led the whole game, and so now that series is tied 1-1. And then the Dodgers beat the Padres yesterday, so they won 5-1. It was 1-1 going to like the sixth, and then the Dodgers like rocked off 4 more runs in the sixth inning, and then were able to hold on from there. They've got Clayton Kershaw pitching in the next game, so it's a big advantage for them going forward. I guess like the big storyline in that was the Padres coach got ejected in the sixth inning. He was making like his 4th pitching change in the sixth inning, so obviously it was 1-1 at the time when he was making the change, but there's a lot of pitchers in 6 innings, so things weren't going great for them. And then he walked out there. He was arguing balls and strikes or something, and he got tossed, and so that was kind of a big deal. And then right after he left is when the Dodgers, like in the inning that he left, the Dodgers went off and scored 4 more runs to take the 5-1 lead. So that's some of the action that happened yesterday. NBA stuff, MLB stuff, and we'll see you tomorrow.